And good evening and welcome to Let's Talk. My name is James, and I started this show about the murder of Samantha Woll. I will continue to do so every weekday to help keep her story in the media. Now, a little bit about me. I have many years in experience in investigations, court reporting, law research. I conducted classes on interrogating witnesses and suspects with deception detection techniques and went on undercover on different assignments. Now, here's a summary of the case. Samantha Woll, a 40-year-old single woman from Detroit, was brutally stabbed to death at her residence on Saturday morning in the early hours of October 21st, 2023. At 6:30 a.m., a neighbor called 911 to report a body laying on the sidewalk at the 1300 block of Juliet Place in the Lafayette Park area of Detroit. Police arrived and determined the woman was stabbed to death from multiple stab wounds, and a trail of blood led from the location of the body to inside of her residence, where police determined the murder had taken place. The victim had then stumbled outside and fell to the ground where she was found. The police indicated there was no sign of forced entry, and a hate crime motive was quickly rolled out. Um, I believe with all the things going on in the world, that is one of the first things they would have looked at. And for them to immediately rule it out uh, makes me think that they have other evidence, which they've said they are keeping close knit, close to the case and not letting the public know. It tells me that they have evidence that indicates something else. Sources have said there were no defensive wounds on Miss Woll. She was Miss Samantha Woll was the board president of the downtown synagogue of Detroit and was very politically active. She recently served as the political director for Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel's reelection campaign, and also worked as a deputy district director for U.S. Representative Slotkin from Michigan. Now, on Wednesday, November 8th, police made an arrest of a male who reportedly knew Miss Woll and went to her funeral. The arrest was made in Kalamazoo, and on the way to Detroit, he invoked his rights and requested an attorney. A couple days later, on Friday, November 10th, he was released without being charged and also without being named. Um, it is Michigan's law after 72 hours, if after arresting somebody, you have to either charge them or release them. So that is what they did. They released him. Crime Stoppers have issued a $15,000 reward for tips leading to an arrest. So uh, it is assumed the detectives are following a domestic violence motive. Um, and that's it. That's what we have. That's what we know uh, from at this point. Um, who knows? There are speculations of what happened. Uh, the police are keeping the investigation very private and not releasing certain details about the case. The chief had said that they want to be very, very careful about what information they release to the public. Now, uh, things to note, her cell phone and wallet were present, so it was not a robbery. Um, No forced entry. Uh, Police say the murder took place inside the residence. Now, one thing that has not been talked about and not been asked by the media is about the uh, weapon itself, the murder weapon. Was this recovered? Uh, was there prints available on it? No information was given about it, the murder weapon, nor has any of the media asked questions in regards to that. So it's surprising. Um, being stabbed multiple times and not having any defensive wounds, it leads me to indicate to believe that the suspect is someone personal and that she knew. Um, the stabbing happened inside the home. Was this person there waiting for her in the dark? Was this person waiting for her to get home from the wedding she attended? Did she pick somebody up on the way home? And it happened there. Again, was the knife that was used, was it brought with the person, or was it a knife from her home? Uh, that would indicate, if it was premeditation, if it was brought with them, a heat of passion, if it was one that was used from her kitchen. That part is of the investigation. It has not been asked about. The murder weapon has not been talked about at all. So it I don't know if the police talked to the media beforehand and asked not to ask those type of questions. I don't know, but it seems like they know a lot more than they are releasing, and it is a bit frustrating because investigations can be slow. Um, they have the resources available. The FBI, I think his name was FBI Agent Gibson. Uh, he has been helping them from day one with technical support and forensic support. So they have the resources available to process the evidence that they do have. And what evidence that is, I don't know. Are there fingerprints inside? Was there a scuffle inside the apartment? Was it disheveled? Was it ransacked? Was it uh, a, a melee inside, or was it not? Uh, Many questions have not been answered, and this the media is not reporting anything about it. Uh, Not even an update by the police. She was very active politically, and the lack of response from politicians is rather surprising. Um, it's yeah. Uh, it's disheartening, but I do want to keep this show going every weekday until the murderer has been brought to justice. Uh, there is a justice that needs to be done for Samantha Woll. I can only imagine the heartbreak that her parents are going through. Um, I have a daughter that is near the same age as her, and I would be devastated. Uh, and to be pretty much probably kept in the dark by the police of what is happening, what is transpiring. Uh, it's just heart wrenching. Yes. Again, I'm going to do this show every weekday until justice is served. So please give me your comments, your opinions, and share this out with others. So to keep Samantha's Woll's name in the spotlight and in the media and not forgotten about. Until tomorrow, good night.